move on. Don't you want a second take for protection?
What's to protect? It was perfect.
When rummaging through the endless nooks and crannies of cinema, there are so many moving parts to unpack and explore. The performances, production design, sound and score, stunts, special effects, costumes and makeup. Each the product of their own eclectic trade, and blossoming into infinite avenues of expression. With In Frame Out, it's always started and ended with the image itself. Composed, cut down, coloured and blown up for an eager audience, it's a language unto itself, one that can't be done any justice by one of my rambling introductions. Cinematography, roughly translated from ancient Greek as to right movement, is the art of capturing life through a lens, cataloguing the minutiae of both the real and fantastical, photographed and framed for our starving gaze. Of all the millions of shots from the thousands of films I've inhaled during my paltry time on this planet, a select few have lingered with me, preserved like insects in amber. We thought we'd raise a toast to the tranquil beauty, subtle distinction, and staggering versatility of the moving image, with our list of the 10 greatest shots in film history. Honourable mentions. In a single uninterrupted 96-minute-long Steadicam sequence, Russian Ark allows cinematographer Tilman Butner and director Alexander Sokurov to transport us through 300 years of Russian history with dizzying flurries of sweeping movement. 2015's Victoria upped the ante of astonishing continuous takes with its 136-minute odyssey through Berlin, as we're dragged from nightclubs to cobbled streets, before breathlessly chasing through a nail-biting heist and the aftermath of an evening fallen to despair. 2001: A Space Odyssey still stands as one of the most meticulous, peerless compositions of 20th century art. Jeffrey Unsworth was never better than when challenged by Stanley Kubrick in this visionary tour de force. To pick a single shot would be torturous, so here's just a taste of the perfection on display here. Which leads us on to the 10 greatest shots in film history. Number 10. In RoboCop, where the dude gets his dick shot all the way off his body by a gun. Notice the rapturous beauty with which RoboCop, short for Robert Copperman, casually detonates the love length of this very bad man.
Your move, creep.
Number 9. When Bill Murray enters the game in Space Jam and sets up Michael Jordan to make an incredibly protracted and almost certainly illegal shot that keeps the good guys in the game. Now I'm no loop and hoop lawyer or judge of all things baskety, but I'd sustain this court's motion to jam, so long as that jam is in space and features a pair of curiously attractive rabbits. Number 8. The music video for Sure Shot by the Beastie Boys. Now this is just showing off. It's in colour and black and white. Both of the things. Spike Jonze is out here running a train on all the other filmmakers trying to choose between the full spectrum of light and monochromatic authorial intent. At one point, they rap underwater. No CGI, no mermaids or mermen, just geniuses the likes of which we no longer allow.
Number 7.
Of all the impeccably prepared and dauntingly ambitious shots in Children of Men, there's no contest as to which is the most technically impressive. No, not that one. This one sucks. This one also sucks. That building exploded for no reason. I am of course referring to this unforgettable moment.
Hold my finger, quick, quick.
Oh, Jasmine. Oh, fucking hell, that's disgusting.
Number 6. JFK.
Hey, that really sucked!
Number 5. In Trainspotting, when Mother Superior gets a shot of heroin injected into his penis because his veins have collapsed everywhere else. It's a metaphor for something, probably, but more important than that, it's a relatable point of empathy for just about everyone watching at home. Whomst among us hasn't plundered the sexy vein from time to time? Yeah, that's what I thought, you shower of fucking hypocrites. Number 4. In the dark night, when Harvey Dent does a shot of whiskey, and some of it leaks out of the gaping chasm of shredded hog roast that used to be Aaron Eckhart's chin-tastic visage. What's really special about this shot is how it goes about unconsciously questioning where the audience's loyalties lie. We're forced to ask ourselves, if Batman had an anus where his handsome used to be, could he still drink like such a champ? I guess we'd have to ask his parents. Number 3. When the little girl tries to buy an ice cream in Assault on Precinct 13 and... No, this one's too dark. This one is it's too spicy. No. Number 2. Every single shot in Starship Troopers without exception. I'm serious, look, I'm just gonna point at a shot at random and it's the second best shot in cinema history. Bam! Numero dos! Kablamo! Silver medal for this guy! Wapow! Very good! Bam! Can I get a hell yeah? And what about this? Hooray! If you can't get on board with every single shot in Starship Troopers, then you clearly hate cinema, and most likely hate yourself. In that case, why don't you piss off and watch while you were sleeping, while the rest of us enjoy Johnny Rico whacking some bugs and breaking some hearts. Number 1. You've all probably guessed by now, and I know it's an obvious choice, but the greatest shot in cinema history is from the romantic comedy Going the Distance, where Justin Long and Drew Barrymore take a shot on making it work even though they have careers in different cities. Long-distance relationships are more impressive than some cinema dork showing off just how well he can grease up Terrence Malick's engine, and Orson Welles never made me cheer for a white guy signing an indie band to a label, while Drew Barrymore gets a job at a slowly dying newspaper. So to recap our top 10, we worked our way down from the number 10 to the number 1, as is tradition with this sort of thing. Join us next time for our top 10 list of times Denzel Washington smiled and or laughed while smiling. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Jennifer C., Claire MD, and Nicholas Le Revere. And all these lovely people donate money to help me pay my rent. What's your favourite shot in the history of film? I don't know if you agree with me. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. Why don't you go and click on our Patreon? It'll let my parents know I'm not a failure. And tell my high school teacher that I made something of myself. Even though I didn't really, I'm a failure. Well, not really, in the grand scheme of things, I could have ended up worse. See you in a year or some shit for another dumb thing.